Probably like, God, that's a tough one, Gary. You're putting me in these weird spots here. God, I'm drawing a blank here. I'm gonna be your worst guest on this show.
Question number one, David. Are you goofy foot or regular?
Depends who you ask, but I'm definitely goofy foot.
You know what?
I'm surprised.
Very few people will admit that, but I'm a goofy foot as well.
I'm surprised you knew the difference.
I'm a goofy foot, that's why. What song do you rock out in your car to the point of embarrassment?
God, there's so many, but it's definitely something that's like 80s or 90s.
Like Panama
rock and roll.
or something? Give me one.
No, probably like Guns N' Roses. My kid has me on a huge Guns N' Roses kick these days.
Okay. What business skill do you have that you should double down on? I sound like Tom Ferry.
I'm gonna do something outside of my normal answer that's probably real estate related.
Okay.
I'm gonna say photography.
Okay. You just moved to Douglas Elliman. Was there a hazing ritual?
A hazing ritual, there was more of like probably a 6-year dating relationship before I took the leap. But I have not been hazed yet because I moved during COVID, so I'm sure I'll get my hazing once COVID's over.
Yeah, I hear that. They might be really wanting to do a big one. If you did not become an agent, what would you have done?
I mean, if I had my choice, maybe professional surfing. Could have gone all over the world and been paid to surf, and I think that would have been pretty cool.
Yeah, I think so. What can you cook really well? I'm assuming you could probably do something great on a grill or something.
I mean, that would maybe a second thing that I'd do if I wasn't a professional surfer. Maybe I'd be a professional chef. Lately, during COVID, I've been doing a lot of sushi.
You're making sushi.
Making my own sushi.
I never would have guessed it. That's a real tough thing to do. I'm good at burning things on the grill. This is the big question. The second time you met my girlfriend, you called her Bubbles. Explain yourself.
I knew it was like a super interesting name, and I don't know why. One of my clients, his girlfriend's name is Sparkle, and I don't know why I came up with like Bubbles. I thought it was something like that, but it ended up being Duck.
We talk about that all the time. But your nickname to us is now Bubbles. If you could have dinner with 3 famous people, dead or alive, who would they be?
Oh my God, that's an even harder question.
Well,
God, there's
three that come to mind.
Probably like, God, that's a tough one, Gary. You're putting me in these weird spots here. God, I'm drawing a blank here. I'm gonna be your worst guest on this show. Mark Cuban, Axel Rose, just so I could take my kid to dinner with me because I know he's always asking about meeting him. And I'm gonna have to come back to this one.
Well, let's just say Mark Cuban and Axel Rose. Who do you think would pick up the check? Are you guys separate checks? Who do you think would pick up the tab?
Cuban would pick up the check. I'd probably pick up the check for Axel.
There you go. I think you'd try to pick up the check for all of them.
Yeah, I would.
But sure. I don't think Axel would be paying. What marketing? We always talk about this. Is there any marketing that you're doing right now that's just really killing it?
I mean, I always do my expired stuff, so that's just sort of outside of the box marketing. Most people make phone calls, I send out packages, so I just have redone all my marketing.
Do you ever wear like your hat to Starbucks and just draw?
That's a good, I mean, that's good. I didn't even think about that. I got my own personal marketing on my head here.
Last question, David.
Yeah.
Words to live by.
Words to live by. You only live once. Make the most out of every opportunity that you get and just have fun.
You always seem to be having fun. You seem to, every situation, you're always like wearing your hat and having fun. So I believe that is your words to live by. Thanks a lot for doing this. It was a good time.
Thanks for having me.
You got it. Take care.